Okay, welcome to HTML1. They call it web programming, which I think is an absolutely wrong title for this course. There is no programming when it comes to the web to speak of. What we have is we're going to be studying HTML, version 5. HTML stands for Hypertext Markup Language.
Markup language? Okay.
Hypertext Markup Language. And what that means is we are going to be marking up text to identify what the element really is. That's all HTML is. This is a title, this is a heading, this is a list item, this is a paragraph. It's not programming, it's just simply identifying what things are so that the browser knows how to display them. HTML was invented back in the early 90s as a way for scientists primarily and computer geeks to display information, format information, so it would display the same on multiple platforms. And so it was never a very pretty language to begin with. It's built off standard graphic markup language, SGML, and everything that we see on the web is HTML, whether it's generated by PHP or generated by some sort of script or hand-coded. It all generates HTML. That's what our browser reads. So when we go to a browser, let's do that. And we go, let's see which view. I'm in Chrome, View Developer, View Source. I can actually see and read the HTML of any page. See, not so difficult. In fact, when I started learning to do it, HTML, about 91, 92, this was what I had to do in order to figure out what people were doing and what this HTML was, because it was so much in its infancy back then. So that's all HTML is. The other side is CSS, Cascading Style Sheets. We'll focus on that also and learn that today as well. CSS is how things look. If it has to do with how something looks, then it's CSS. If it's what something is or the content of the page, it's HTML. CSS is just very similar to using style sheets in InDesign or Illustrator or Microsoft Word. Here's a set of rules we're going to apply to a page or multiple pages. So that's the difference between CSS and HTML. Okay? Any questions?
Now, HTML, you said that's the information such as like saying what something is. Is it kind of like a heading, or is it all the content?
Well, we're gonna.
Besides the
if it's content, it's HTML.
Okay.
If it's display, it's CSS in the purest format. Now, there are people who will do some of this and some of that, but good HTML and good CSS, that's the deciding factor. Okay? So I'm going to pause this thing because Dr. Hatton's waiting there, and actually keep this broken into small things, and we'll come back and we'll start writing HTML.